Let's see it.
Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show.
It's the Charlie Bahama Show. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Charlie Bahama Show. I am your boy, Charlie Bahama. And on today's show, I'm fulfilling two roles, okay? Not only host of the Charlie Bahama Show, but we are here at the Bahamas International Film Festival. It's festival time again. Biff is here again, and we're here. This is opening night, okay? And we have behind us one of our films, Peanuts Sailor. They call me Peanuts, okay? And it's with me, hosting that as well, and my boy who's behind the camera, director, there he is, see, you can see the hand, you recognize that hand, director Kevin Taylor. So this is our film opening up, and also, look at this, Eddie Minnis. You know why we have the Eddie Minnis shirt on? Because it's the only shirt I have to wear. No, because we have an Eddie Minnis film. That's right, KT again has another film that I'm a part of as well, okay, and that is Ting and Ting. So this is Biff. Listen, there's so many other films here as well. Many other Bahamian filmmakers are in this. Maria Govan is always a part of this. We got Lovato Stubbs. We got so many Bahamians as well as all the international folks. You know, they're a part of BIFF as well. We have all those coming from all around the world. And you know what? We have an amazing honor to have with us Dorian Missick, who's Bahamian, and he's a big star around the world, and also his lovely wife. That's the real reason I had him come on. His lovely wife, Simone Missick. And we met them at BIFF a couple of years ago, and they're still doing amazing things. She's on All Rise, and he was in Shirley, which was just an amazing film. So we're gonna talk to them right here in the Bahamas, okay? Charlie Bahama Show, come on back. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Keep up with all things Charlie Bahama by following Charlie Bahama on all our social media pages. Get behind-the-scenes access to Bahamian and international celebrities, along with travel info, tips, photography, and video. Like, share, and follow Charlie Bahama on all social media platforms. And subscribe to our Charlie Bahama YouTube page to catch up on all past episodes and bonus clips. You can also go to charliebahama.com anytime. We always keep the lights on. The Charlie Bahama Show. All that same flair with a little less hair.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and I am here with who I promised you, at least half of who I promised you, Dorian Missick here in the house. Now, you guys know him from films, TV, DJing as well, for those who you know really go into the deep dive. But this man here is a Bahamian, so we are so proud to have Dorian back here in the Bahamas. And this is where it started. I met you here at Bahamas International Film Festival, you and your lovely wife, about 6 years ago, right here in the Bahamas. Dorian, welcome back.
Good to be back. Thanks for having me.
Man, how do you feel? You're smelling that fresh air?
As soon as I got off the plane and that Caribbean water air hit me, I was just happy to be back. You know, yeah, bring back a lot of childhood memories. You know, coming here, spending a lot of time here as a child.
Yeah, we'll get into that connection. I want to hear that. But before that, DJ, now I know DJ Tailwind Turner, your name, but I'm like, where did that come from?
It's a baseball nickname. Yeah, from the Cosby Show. Tailwind Turner was Cliff Huxtable's nemesis on the track. And because when I played baseball, I couldn't really hit that well. I could catch and throw okay, but I was really fast. And so they gave me the nickname Tailwind Turner. It stuck. When I chose a DJ name, it was people were already calling me that, so I just ran with it.
Ran with it. You see how you did that? Oh, man, I see how you did
caught
that.
Huh?
But tell me about your Bahamian roots. So what is your connection here to the Bahamas?
My father was born and raised here on Minnie Street, Crosby, Missick. Oh. And so he, all of my aunts and my uncles and my cousins, all of my dad's side of the family is here. My mother's half of her family is from the Bahamas as well. So, you know, what does that make me, a 3/4 Bahamian?
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I thought only one half, but wow.
No, yeah. So I spent a lot of my life coming here for all of the holidays. You know, like when you go see your grandmother, some people go to Virginia or something to go see their grandmother. I was coming out here.
Yeah.
So I was out here seeing my family often and spending summers and just really enjoying myself.
That's great, man. And I know but you were born in East Orange, right?
Right. Yeah, New Jersey.
New Jersey. I spent a lot of time in Jersey as well. And East Orange, man, they got a lot. That's the hip hop, out of there. Not only that.
Yeah, Naughty by Nature's from there. Queen Latifah. Yeah, a lot happens out there.
I know very well because a lot of them were on the show, and I did a lot in East Orange as well with a lot of the hip hop. So I saw East Orange. I'm like, all right, you go.
Yeah.
You go. So now, listen, before we get into, hooking up with Simone and you guys getting married, because we're going to get her on the show in a second.
All right.
Tell me about acting. So what got you into acting?
I actually don't know. I'm coming from a family of storytellers. I mean, Bahamians great at telling stories. So I just grew up in a family of storytellers. And when I translated over into school, to my classroom, my teacher would give me time to tell stories in class, and my class would be laughing and stuff like that. And then I had one teacher who challenged me, who told me that her son, he's an actor. He's actually pretty well known. And at the time, he's a child actor. And she was like, I know what it takes to be an actor because my son is doing it. And they listen and they behave. You don't do those things. So you wouldn't make a good actor. So then she invited me to her son's acting class in New York at the time. And so I went, and on the first day of class, they were looking for kids to be in a Coca-Cola commercial, and they picked me.
Wow.
And so after that, I was like, I don't know what she's talking about, but they picked me. I must be an actor.
You must be.
Yeah.
Maybe she knew it, and she just wanted to give you that spark because, Sidney Poitier, that's also what made him succeed because they told him he couldn't.
Right. I do remember that.
Bahamian's stubborn, so.
Yeah. You know what? That's it. I got a little bit of that in me. A lot of that in me. Yeah, because I know Sidney Poitier, they were telling him his English wasn't good. He couldn't really read that well, and he did. He learned it while he's washing dishes.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about some of the movies, too. And Shirley, I mean, you've worked with some big people, or I should say they've worked with you.
Yeah.
No, but...
Let my mama tell it. That's how the story goes.
Jamie Foxx. I mean, with Shirley, that was such an amazing film.
Thank you.
And it's, it sort of looks like you've picked a genre, or it's picked you, where you're telling great black stories.
Yeah. It's funny because that's something that I really have deep in my heart, I've always wanted to do. Whether I set out to do that or not, I can't say that. I think any project kind of, like you said, it finds you. So it's like divine intervention. I don't have much to do with it. I just stay out of the way. But because it's on my heart, and I think God knows that, those projects find me, and I'm glad to do them. I love it. I love to be able to tell our stories, especially our lesser known stories like In the Burial with Willie Gary.
Yeah.
Not as many people know about him. And so it was kind of good to be able to be a part of that story, work with Fox, and just had it was just good to bring that story to life.
Yeah. No, I know Willie Gary. I don't know why. Maybe it was a Miami connection, but I knew him very well. And his story, and he was just so, Jamie did a great job, but you did a great job playing against Jamie, because those scenes between the two of y'all were just, really, really amazing.
Nah, thanks. We had fun. We had a good time doing that film.
It looks so.
Yeah, it was a ball, man. We were in New Orleans for like 3 months. It was incredible.
Wow. Yeah. Well, listen, man. A pleasure having you here, but you ain't going nowhere because now the pleasure only gets better.
Oh, yeah.
The real reason why I told him to come, not him, but his
the eye candy. She'd kill me for saying.
Oh. Well, okay, we'll cut that out. Not. Anyway, we'll be right back here with his beautiful wife, Simone, right after this. Charlie Bahama. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and now we've made this whole scene much more beautiful. Dorian, you're all right with me. But now we have Simone, and Simone, I was telling Dorian before, this is where we met years ago with Bahamas International Film Festival. And the other connection when we first met was Gin, the movie Gin, when you told me you were in Gin, and I'm like, wait, it's sort of like a goddaughter to me was in Gin. Zoe Renee, right. And I was like, just solidified our friendship. So it's so good to have you back in the Bahamas again.
Thank you for having me.
Oh man. So listen, I got his Bahamian connection. Tell me how y'all connected. I'll hear the real story. Uh-oh. That's true. I'll hear the real story. Don't worry. My wife says all these other stories. I just listen to it and go like, okay.
Yeah. We met at an audition.
Okay.
which is perfect
Yeah.
for the reason why we're here,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is to help other actors as they are pursuing their goals. But yeah, that's where we met. And then there was a party that came after, but that
Okay,
is-
now that's a different show. So we were talking about Zoe Renee and Jin. I also saw that, which is I think just full circle, on your resume you were in an Arrested Development music.
Yeah. I was in Speeches Group's video. Yeah, I was in Ease My Mind video.
Did Zoe know that when you were?
I showed her the video on set. Yeah, and she couldn't believe. She was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I kind of know your dad. You know, I met him a few times, but like we weren't friends. We didn't hang out. But I was like, I was in his video."
Wow. I mean, this
Small
is,
world.
I'm telling you, small world. So talking about small world, how does it feel when you come back to his roots here in the Bahamas? I mean, you know, getting to know the family.
Oh, it is like coming home to family. You know, we got married here. The first time I came to the Bahamas was with him. I think we had been dating for a couple months for his mom's birthday. Dorian is Bahamian on both sides.
Yeah, I know.
And so, you know, the Bahamas is, thank you, baby.
Oh.
The
They're like
Bahamas-
newlyweds.
The Bahamas it's like a second home for us.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you come back, and especially because you're here at the Bahamas International Film Festival doing a seminar and teaching. So, I mean, I know it means a lot to you, but also, what about you? Because you've been in the business as young as you both are. Y'all have, you know, y'all got some history in the business, and you, especially with All Rise, I mean, you've just like, shh, listen, it ain't easy to be the lead of anything on TV, you know. So how is it one to be able to impart, you know, some information to others younger, and then how was it on All Rise?
Well, to answer those questions in reverse, All Rise was a huge, tremendous opportunity. It was a blessing. It was the first time that I had to lead a show. It was the opportunity to then go on and executive produce on that show on Oprah's network after we left CBS. And so it has been, you know, where I had the most incredible experiences doing exactly what we're here to do right now, which is to help other actors. My heart goes out to actors. I know how difficult it is. I know what my 10-year journey was in LA. Dorian certainly helped to guide me along that when we first met. And I think that, you know, a lot of times people who have a passion for acting can't see a pathway.
Yeah.
And so, especially in a market like the Bahamas where, you know, you have a lot of people who love film, they love TV, but maybe they don't have that built-in system. We just want to offer people wisdom and hopefully answer questions and impart any kind of knowledge that we have based on our, I mean, Dorian has been doing this since he was like 5. So, you know, our hundreds of years of experience.
Okay.
All right.
But just to help people so that they don't, you know, have the same pitfalls, because it doesn't have to be as hard as people make it. And I think that a lot of times when it comes to anything, there are people who think, well, if I had to go through that, then you should have to go through it too. Or, you know, there are no shortcuts. You should have to take the same hard road. And Dorian is always saying that he wishes that he had someone there to guide him. I am certainly thankful that he was there to help guide me in a lot of ways. And so I think that that's our ministry. That's what God has blessed us with, to be able to bless others, is to be just a wealth of knowledge.
Wow. That was really deep. I mean, you know, the Charlie Bahama show is all where people come to kick off their shoes and let their hair down, but you really imparted some knowledge, and I think it will be, you know, encouraging for a lot of youth out there, Bahamians out there, and this, you know, this show airs around the world. You know what you just said, because you know you guys have both had success, you know, and will continue to, because the talent is there. We're going to talk more about that in a sec. Let's just go, you know, to commercials, and we'll be right back with more Charlie Bahama. The Charlie Bahama Show is brought to you by KFC. Ignite your senses with the exciting flavors of KFC. And brought to you by Superwash, where they washes you, dries you, presses you 24/7. And brought to you by Wendy's, where quality is our recipe. And Marco's Pizza, the Italian way. And brought to you by Havana Tour Bahamas, your Cuba specialist. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, here with Simone and Dorian Missick. Now, we talked about, you know, the business and All Rise and Shirley and all that, but also you guys had a connection, not only in Jin, but also in Luke Cage, which really was a good, I mean, that just like sort of was your catapult, you would
Yes.
say. And that's a whole different industry per se. I mean, that's a whole different level.
Yeah.
How was that? Because, All Rise is one thing, but
Right.
I think Luke Cage, like, people are like really into these things,
Oh
you know?
yeah, the Marvel universe and all of their fans are extremely supportive. And then to be able to work with Dorian on that was such a gift. There are so many people who don't know that we're married. And so if they see us out or they see us post, they're like,
What
wait a
y'all
minute.
doing together?
Cockroach and Misty?
Yeah. I thought y'all hated each other.
Yeah.
It's like we do, but we just live in the same house.
Oh Lord, he in trouble now. But so tell me, how was it for you working, together?
I mean, it was great, particularly Luke Cage, just because watching her on her journey, the first season, and just watching things take off for her was just, I mean, it was better than as if it had happened to myself,
Right.
So that was great to do that, and also because all the people behind the scenes on Luke Cage were friends of mine and people I'd worked with before. Mike and I go way. Mike, who played Luke Cage, we go way back. The creator of the show, Cheo, he was one of the writers on Southland that I was on for years.
Right.
So it was just good to it was like a big family reunion. We shot it in Brooklyn, where I'd lived for so many years. So all of it just felt like a coming home, and then to be able to be somewhere and watch my queen get treated like a queen in such a wonderful space and watch the audience really respond to her. I mean, like that's like a memory that's forever forged in my heart. Like I'll never forget that. Yeah.
Wow. Listen, I don't want to keep harping on speech and this Arrested Development, but you sound just like speech, because speech with Yolanda, that's it, my queen, and
Right.
Hey,
listen,
we
man.
all got to go to Atlanta and just hang out with them,
Hey.
or we'll bring them here, because they've come here a lot and they stayed with me a lot here, and they love the Bahamas too. So we gonna arrange that,
Yeah, let's
all
do it.
of us together.
Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah.
Wow, for sure. Now, you both have succeeded. I mean, to get to All Rise is amazing. Like we said, this is something that all actors and actresses wish they could get to, and you've done amazing as well. What are some of the you were telling about the stumbling blocks and things like that? Tell me, what is something you could impart to folks that say to get you where you are, because it's a tough business, and two people in the same business, because careers go like this. One time, somebody, So tell me if there's something any bit of nugget of advice.
Quite honestly, put God first. God leads all of our decisions and runs our household. So that helps us in so many things, dealing with the ups and downs of the world. Because if you know whose you are, you're not really worrying about what everybody else is saying and what's going on, and you know that you're taken care of. And so, like in any job, people make such a big deal about our job being, a lot of rejections and things like that. But there are people who work other jobs. If you're a salesman, you're gonna get way more no's than yeses. Yeah. So it's not that much dissimilar to that. So what I tell people oftentimes is just, if you know who you are, you have faith in what it is you're able to do. You have faith in something. I have faith in God, and that will give you the strength to kind of carry on and give you a fortitude that it takes to kind of walk through these doors and be your full self. Not be so concerned with what they're looking for or what's hot right now, because if you stay consistent, you're always going to be in style.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I would say, to piggyback on that, because I 1000% echo it, he stole my answer, is to, one, train. Training is important.
Be ready.
I think so often you have to stay ready so you can be ready. And a lot of times opportunities might come and people just aren't prepared. They didn't study, they didn't train anywhere. We have a lot of people who, actors, and I will count us. We make it look easy. We make it look like, we just have personalities and we just get up and we just go on camera, and people if somebody would just put makeup on me and do my hair, I could go out there and do that. And there are so many people that when they get the opportunity, they're just not ready. And so I would say study, train, and the other thing is never give up. I call myself a 10-year overnight success. It took me 1 year of studying and training. I got a degree in this. I studied abroad. it wasn't just I woke up one day and said, this is what I want to do. And it still took 10 years of living in LA, 10 years of no's, 10 years of rejections, 10 years of small yeses in order to get to my first big break. And so that's what I would impart to people is never give up. If it's something that you are truly passionate about, there are so many people out there who didn't get their big break into their 50s, their 60s, their 80s. There was that woman who was in Black Panther. That was her first role, and she was like 90 years old. It's not impossible. Nothing is impossible with God, but you have to study, train, be prepared, and not give up on yourself.
So I still got a chance.
Oh yeah, it's still in the cards for you, baby.
Well, listen, it has certainly been a pleasure to see you guys again. But I know over COVID we were trying to do something over Skype or Zoom or whatever they call that. But I prefer this in person.
Yeah.
You know.
And here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Unless you have something, what's happening in the future that you could reveal. All the best of luck.
Yeah.
But
Well, we do have 2 shows.
We do have
Oh,
two
yeah.
shows.
I got a new show coming out on Amazon. It's going to be called, I'm assuming.
No, don't do it.
Right now they're running with the name Obsession.
Don't just say a new show.
A new show on
on
Amazon.
Amazon.
I got my own
with
show.
a working
on
title.
Amazon. Yeah, with a working title. That should be coming out. That will be coming out in 2025. And
then I have a show on Apple called Government Cheese, which is coming out April 16th.
Government cheese.
And it's starring myself, David Oyelowo, and just another incredible cast. So
yeah.
I just want to have you know I know about government cheese. I want big. You can hit somebody over the head and they out cold.
And you melt it, and half of it is grease, the other half is cheese.
You got it.
Oh my God! So we'll be looking out for that. Fantastic,
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the Bahamas, and I'm gonna call Speech and them. We're gonna
gotta
and
do
Zoe. We'll come down here and we're gonna
Figure
do
it out.
something down here. All right.
You miss it. Yeah.
All right. More Charlie Bahama right after this. If you want more Charlie Bahama, go to any of our social media pages or subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page. Well, thanks for watching the Charlie Bahama Show this week, and I want to thank Bahamas International Film Festival, Leslie Vanderpool, for always supporting Bahamian filmmakers, Bahamian film, and of course bringing all these wonderful international films here to the Bahamian market, so we could see some of what's out there as well, and obviously all the the hobnobbing and meeting all those industry people from Netflix and Amazon and whatever, giving us a little connection to those guys, and of course also Dorian and Simone for coming back and spreading their knowledge also to the Bahamian filmmakers. All right, so I hope you guys all got a chance to see Ting and Ting and also Peanuts Taylor, and if not, demand to see Bahamian content, all right? Because that's what we want, Bahamian films. Demand to see them, okay? So until next week, Charlie Bahama. I'm gonna go catch a film. See ya.
Charlie Bahama Show.